going to do it for tonight, Monday, January 1st. We got the roof on, got a few more braces, mocked up some West Coast mirrors. Why not? You know, if you got it, use it, and we got it. So we're just mocking up some stuff. Trust me, you know, this isn't what most people are going to build, but we're in the business of being seen, and this is going to make us seen. So don't get too discouraged by what I'm building. You know, I know it's not for everybody, but it's for me, and this is what I do, and we're having fun, and that's all that matters. This is a lot of fun so far, and hey, you still got time to enter and show up with your car. You got 9.5 months till we gotta be there. So we're moving along. I got all 3 axles sitting right outside the door. I'm trying to get this done. I'm gonna make a little cart for the back part to sit on and roll around. Then I can get back to finishing the chop, get the suspension in here, start getting the frame boxed, get the cab on the frame. I got a lot to do, but we're moving along. So see you on the next one. All right, here we are outside while it's still daylight. We're going to show you the other part of the rat rod build. This is the frame. We showed you some of the work, arching the back. I got to go get more steel and bring it back down. It'll come all the way to the ground out back. Saturday, me and Wyatt went and got this front axle from Cody Sullivan over in Indiana. And it's a 10-bolt out of a square body Chevy, because we're going to make this, it's going to be 4-wheel drive for the show, 6x6 after the show. But I got a good deal on that axle. I had some wheels, and I traded the wheels for the axle. So, and I got a little bit of money to pay for the gas. So I don't have anything in that front axle. Doug Mail gave me the rear axle, Dana 70. And this is a Dana 70. They're not the same, but for what we're going to do, to stay in the budget, they're going to work. That back one will just be a roller. The front one's the better of the two, and we'll make that work. This come out of the motorhome that we stripped right out here, so I got it for free too. And I got the back one for free, and I have nothing in the front. This is the frame that came with the original purchase of the truck from
Matt.
No, let's give Matt a nickname. Shyster. I got this frame from Shyster Matt, who withheld information from me, but you know what you done. But anyways, we're going to use it. It'll work. I'm going to box it. See this here? It's real flimsy. Like the original frame, it had an X frame in there that went this way, and it made it real rigid, and it's gone. So I'm going to box it all, which means boxing over those. I'll box over that. I'll go all the way over, and I'll just add strength. And then where I've done this, I'll put gussets over that, right over top, and weld it. We're not going to paint it. We're just going to let it rust. So we're square. This is mock-up phase, you know, and it's January 2nd, so we got 9 months, but we want to be driving it. This truck's already getting attention. So we got 2 goals: stay under budget, meet the deadline. I showed some other stuff. I mounted some tires. We have our own. I do everything around here on a budget. My friend works at a Chevy dealer, and they got a new tire changer. He said, "Hey, you want to buy a tire changer? $500? Yep." So that's how I can do this stuff. Same way, I'm sure half of you guys got stuff too, man. You're always looking for those good deals. I got way better tires and wheels for it, but these are 6 matching rims on it right now. They're Dodge 17-inch rims. They have an old school artillery look, what you would call it, with just the round holes all the way around. But there's 6 matching wheels on it right now. There's 4 of those tires match. And those 2 tires there are brand new spares from trucks. So it's honestly got 6 tires on it for nothing. I totaled a truck and had these. I hit a telephone pole and had these And then those were, one spare was under it, one come from another truck. So, you know, I never really built, like, I built what I want. And if you want to call it a rat rod, that's fine by me. But rat rods are still fine machines if you build them right. So I don't know. The spirit of rat rod, I think, is using what you got, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the whole point. And really, that's what we're doing. I'm actually amazed that we haven't spent any money and have done so much work.
So we are up to 1,000. Had a new roof put on our house that her mom lives in, and there was lumber left over. I used that. I tore a barn down when I was 16 and kept the metal, and that's what I've been using.
That's the
So
metal.
I went down to Red Barn Lumber and bought $75 worth of 2x4s and $25 worth of screws. So I'm at 100 there, and that back steel there cost me 100, which I need to go spend another 100. So there's value at this stuff. Like, you could say those 4 matching tires and wheels are worth a certain amount, but as far as I understand, that they're not going to hold your tires against you because of safety.
Right.
So you wouldn't want to say, well, I have $4,800 in my vehicle. I'm going to put some dry rotted tires on it, crash and wreck and kill everyone. They don't want that, from what I can understand.
No one wants that.
So I hate to give away secrets, but tires are a area to max your own effort. Do what you want with your tires. Hardware, safety. If safety don't go against your budget, you should have fire extinguishers, seat belts, horn. Maximize it. What they're trying to get people to do is read those rules and do the most you can possibly do within the rules.
I think we're achieving that at this point.
Yeah, Travis Howard, he done said I had $7,000 in it, but I don't. He's just joking with me. I bought a truck from him, so he's joking. But that's going to be the big thing when we get there. Is everybody's going to think that everybody else? I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind about it. I don't even care. I'm just going to show up.
Yeah, we're just really.
I even talked to the owner of Rat Rod Magazine, and he said he quit counting how many people entered. So over 130, and I'd say 130 more will enter by the time it's over with. But that's about it for the outside. We've been having good weather. It's January 2nd in Ohio, Southern Ohio. We're doing good. We haven't even had substantial snow. We haven't had salt. I don't believe in snow plows and salt, so I love it. What else we got before we go inside, babe?
I don't know. It's cold out here. I'm ready to go in.
I'm trying to get room for Joe Jenny Junkin over here behind her.
Yeah, how you guys like that? How you put me out here?
We don't have enough room. We don't have enough room. We got barns, though. We got a 2-car garage, a carport. We got a carport. We can get it inside. If we can get it inside, we need to buy some stuff. So it's just a bad time to, YouTube ain't paying, and it's a bad time to buy stuff with holidays and everything. So what else? That's it. Oh, I do got a LS 5.3 bare block. Crank is in it. Pistons, $100. Come get it. Somebody come get that LS out of my life. I'm tired of moving it around. $100. How do you do your hands when you're trying to be hard?
I don't really know. What have you been doing?
I'm trying to be hard. I ain't sure how to be hard, like lowrider hard is what I'm trying to be.
We don't know.
I told her go get the pit bull. I just been whacking, creating, building.
Got some new mirrors here. Those are looking slick.
So you know what they come off of?
The motorhome.
Yeah, they're already rusted. The motorhome. They're gonna. I just screwed them on there with self tappers, but daggone, man, it's just use what you got. We're gonna need mirrors, so there they are. I've been building and shaping. We kind of got our front window. This is just there for looks, unless a bird needs a house. That was over in my grandma's garage. That was like her old one of her old last birdhouse. We'll have to take it down for the drive, but This is what we're doing here. This is what it looks like. I've got the shape for the window. There's not going to be a window. It's going to look like a screen. But you're starting to see it. At first, when our last video that came out today, Tuesday, we had shape and curve and stuff. I didn't like it. It wasn't going to work for what I was doing and be safe going down the highway. Because even if it's on a trailer, you've rode with me. I pull a trailer at the same speed I drive at, which is fast lane. So it's got to be able to go down the road and withstand 75, 80 mile per hour winds, which I think it will. I got planned to come around here and do a little wrap there. 12 foot. The total length's 12 foot. Flashing's not screwed down. When I get done talking, I got some braces to put in. We'll film that. I'll pop these off and she can kind of see what I've been doing. She was up the house. I'll be honest with you. I probably only got 8 hours in this whole thing.
I know.
So
every time I come down here, I think, how did this happen?
This is board. This was one board I cut in half, and I got a piece on each side. This was from that rat rod that I was telling you about, the first one I built back in the day. It had some wood in the bed, and I saved it. And this is a piece. Got a piece on the other side. We got a chrome stack. Overlapping it to where the wind goes this way, and it's overlapped. So just little things you want to think about. If you go the other way, the wind gets under here. Might want to pull it up, which might look cool going down the road, but door's just stuck on there, but it's going to be suicide. Right-hand drive. So this came, Shyster Matt got me here. He gave me this, though. So he's a good guy. I'm messing with him. He's all right. I gave him exactly what he wanted for the parts he had laid out. So I just like to mess with people. But this is the original steering column of the truck. So as far as I know. So the wheel turns, the column don't, which is not normal. But what I'm getting at is I can't really use that box down there. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut the box off. I'll cut the steering column up to expose the shaft. I may have to put a bearing on the bottom of and I'll probably cut that off today. There's a bolt here. I'll see if it unbolts first. But basically, we're just going to expose the shaft in there, see what we're working with. It's probably like a 1-inch or 3/4 shaft. And then we can get a bearing on the end of that. We don't know how long it needs to be, and we don't know where it goes. But I know I want to use it, and little things like that you can be doing while you're waiting. These aren't the tires and wheels that's going to go on it, but I mounted these up for the K30 Army truck because the tires and wheels that's on it will go on this. And that's really going to drop some panties when we put those on there. Don't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, we just showed you the frame outside. The wheelbase may not be exact, but and it's going to be hard to get it that low. I don't think it's going to come up off the ground some, which is okay in my opinion because it's going to be 4-wheel drive. So, you know what I mean? If it wasn't 4-wheel drive, you should be able to make it slam. But if it is 4-wheel drive, you got to clear that front axle and drive shaft. So that's about it. I'm going to jerk these 2 pieces of metal off. I got 3 2x4s to cut. Probably turn on the heater for that real quick and just work for a few minutes. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
While I'm doing that, you can go around and I got a light in the back, so it's kind of moody. It kind of sets the tone. So go around back before I pull the thing off and see what you think. You haven't really been down here because I just been slamming it and you was at work. So show them the back. Anybody in there? It's actually pretty spacious. There's a guy on YouTube out in Alaska doing this, and you could stand up in his, but he ain't got a lowrider. What do you think?
I love it.
I mean, I don't like to kneel down and Indian sit, but honestly not going to be spending a lot of time in it, if you know what I mean.
I mean, no, we never do.
Sleeping.
sleeping and like, look, I can stand up in here.
It's not going to be that.
I know, but look.
It's not going to be nowhere near that when we get done.
Well, the mattress will be in here, so it'll be just a little bit taller. Imagine like this much taller. It'll be pretty high.
It would be, I thought how you're sitting right there, like, which there's going to be axles there. But I thought like it would be nice to be able to sit somewhere and put your feet to where you're not Indians, you know what I mean? Like relax.
Like on the edge, sitting
down.
out.
Yeah, like a cubby somewhere, but I don't know. We're gonna you see those axles, they're really gonna take up some room.
Yeah. It'll be fine though. We'll make it work. It don't matter.
We got a
Really,
lot-
it's just sleeping quarters.
Yeah, it's a novelty item. I need to go back and cut a bunch more screws off, but back here I need to come up with a design back here, what I'm gonna do at the back. I got a little overhang going here. So I just gotta
Oh look, I stepped in freaking
dude,
grease.
that's from your truck. That's kind of
Insane.
that truck's stupid right now. Why is it doing that to us?
It's
How does a drive shaft that's pointing up leak on a vehicle that hasn't moved? It literally sat in here and didn't move. I was honestly always born to rat rod, I think, because I'm real good at antiquing.
Yeah.
One day I knew I had all this metal, so one day I was at an auction. And they had a whole stack of those ridge caps. And there was like 12 of them, and I thought I got all that metal, but I don't have any ridge caps. And I used to have this idea of building like little yard bars for dads who don't have a life where they could sit out in their bar and watch college football and drink. Well, I was saving up all this old metal and stuff, and I seen those at an auction, man, and I got the whole stack for like $5. And up until now, I've never used a single piece of it. So it seemed like a bad idea, but it comes around. That's usually where like guys' wives are like, you don't get rid of nothing, you won't stop, but then someday you use it and you get a little victories like, heck yeah, man. See there, I used it.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know exactly the route I was taking when I was building because I was just building from the hip. It was kind of like a musician who's playing a song that he's just going. And that's how I've been doing. So actually I need more. I need 20 3/8. Let me write this down. 20 3/8. 19 1/8. 19. Tacos tonight, boys.
Nachos. Chicken nachos.
That's better than tacos.
I know. I even got jalapenos, babe.
I seen when I helped carry the groceries in. I'd hate to say I'm the world's greatest grocery carrier in here because I bet everyone does it like me.
I try, but
Do you guys carry your groceries in one try?
as many as you can, where you like can't feel your arm permanently for like an hour or two after. I've done it.
I have to have her help me unload. Get them from me.
It's unnecessary, really.
What's that? What was that long
We don't
measurement?
even have stairs.
What's that long measurement up there?
20 3/8.
Oh yeah, boys. Look, this one will work. 20 3/8. Got a 19.
19 and a 19 1/8.
I always did electric work my whole life. I wired new houses. And in every room, you got to put a block in for the paddle fan. And I would always have like a hand saw or a fucking sawzall or some shit and cut horrible. And like one time, this carpenter had his saw out, and I walked up and I was like, I was probably 20 or something and thought I was a know-it-all. And I walked up and I'm like, hey, can I use your saw to cut a board? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And then I went like this. Let me show you what I did.
Oh,
This is
gosh.
my saw, so I don't care. I went like this.
Oh, gosh. Oh, God.
That guy got pissed. Don't use my saw no more. I'm like, what? And he's like, you ruined the blade. I'm like, how did I ruin the blade? And look how bad
Well,
it
look
cut.
at it. That's real bad. I ain't done a lot, but I have always
Gotta get them
better.
RPMs up.
I know.
So, needless to say, 2 things happened that day. I learned how to correctly use a saw, and I quit asking that guy to use his. So, man, when I was young, I thought I knew everything, like all of it. You know what I mean? Like, I was so sick of my dad and my grandpa telling me how things should be done. My grandpa, not so much, because he died when I was 17, but I thought my dad, when I was growing up, I thought my dad was the dumbest son of a bitch ever. And it turns out I was. I was the dumb. Look,
Isn't
they
that
hid it
always
from me.
ironic?
Yeah, Dad knew what he was talking about. I was the idiot. So don't ever forget. So somebody said one day, it's like, I don't want to be compared to anybody. I'm just on here having fun. Somebody said, who's better, you or this guy or that guy? And I said, first thing to consider is our ages. That guy's older than me, and I'm older than that guy. So age is usually means you've been there and you've done that.
Already made the mistakes. That's it.
There's a lot of young guys that hustle, and they've been there and they know what's going on. But, oh, watch out. She's a little long. This outlet needs change. That was a new outlet, but sometimes it. Way more wood than I thought I would end up using, but I mean, the truck's all 1-ton axle and in the back. I think it'll be all right. I vented last week and pissed a guy off. I try not to put no drama in our YouTube, do we?
No, we keep it real cool. We try.
You're just having fun.
Yeah.
I've never come on here and said I was great at nothing.
Or better than anybody.
Nope.
Or that somebody else is awful.
Nope.
We've never said any of that.
Nope. I try to keep my mouth shut on here.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to inspire people. I don't want to make somebody feel any way other than inspired. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Because that's
why
that's the hardest part is getting up and going and doing something. So I made a guy mad, man. I made old Travis.
Honestly,
He got mad.
Here's the thing. Tim actually agreed with what he said.
But I added my 2 cents in, and looking back, I shouldn't have added my 2 cents in. I should have been more.
Originally.
I should have been. I look back. I'm wrong. But it just got blown out of proportion. I try to stay drama-free, but I got caught up in the comments section. If you've never checked out the comment section, you can find our greatest fans in the comment section, can't you?
You can.
They're always right there, man,
Yeah.
supporting us.
Yeah.
This guy come at me. Called me yellow-bellied. said that
That you accept the darkness?
I accept the darkness.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm an electrician. I make the light.
We're just like Mexican food and building stuff. Like, I don't know.
And for a few minutes, I got caught up in it, and I engaged, and I argued, and I felt stupid, and I was trying to make him look stupid, which made me look even more stupid. At the end of the day, we're not trying to do that kind of stuff. I know people seen the comments because my dad seen the comments.
Oh my gosh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was quick.
He said, I don't watch you anyway. And I said, well, you're going to watch me because I'm going to talk about you a little bit. But I'm trying not to be dramatic about talking about the drama. I'm just having fun. So if you're out there someday, Travis, come up. We'll laugh about it. Ain't nothing too serious, man. I'm building a car out of wood. You don't take life too serious. Hell, I seen Vice Grip Garage bought a Lamborghini made out of wood. Got about 1 million views. So. Give him the old toenail. You like toenails, babe?
No.
Other people's toenails?
No, definitely not.
Do you like old men who wear sandals for no reason?
Year round?
Yeah.
I know one.
With fungus?
Yeah, I know.
You remember that? I just thought of that commercial. That animal was the toe fungus.
Yeah.
And he'd lift up their toenail and jump in.
That's disgusting.
We was at swap meet, and you left because you had to go to work. And this poor old guy was trolling around the swap meet in a jazzy chair, whatever the hell you want to call him. He was an old man, but I'm not making fun of him because I have a little bit of diabetes too. But this guy's feet were rotten and black, and his skin was all swelled up.
I feel sorry for him.
I did too, man. I don't want that to happen to me when I get older. I always said that your body's like a car. Sometimes you had the best car you've ever had. You know what I mean? Like it just kept running and it wouldn't go bad. That car was a good car. That's the way people are. Some people's body ain't as good as others.
That's true.
There's nothing they can do about it.
I know.
I seen Gypsy Rose was down at the street race in New Orleans this past weekend, standing right behind old Bill Hoskins.
I bet. She was
Somebody shared.
She was also at the taco truck that's coming to our show, and she was at the burger place that's coming to our show, Smash-tastic, and Tuesday's Tacos and
So we don't live too far away from Street Race Channel, and I love to watch all their videos. That's a good family. They got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Well, Bill, he's a little bit older than me. He might not be as hip into the scene as the young kids are. Well, when his son gets ready to race, he gets down and lines him up. He gets down and puts his hand on the card and says a little prayer. Somebody screenshotted Gypsy Rose behind him.
Oh my gosh.
And she's taking the video. And Bill's being real serious. He's down like this, and she's right behind him.
God.
And somebody put on the meme, it said, first time at the pad. And I think Bill thought they was talking about him. I bet he didn't even know.
No, probably not. Hilarious.
These instant memes. The internet's a pretty sucky place sometimes, but sometimes these instant memes of a situation is what you need to make your day brighter.
True.
I'm going to tell you what. I discovered something last night that made me feel good, and I'm going to go home and watch it. I'm going to go stay home.
I already know.
Yeah.
Before he left, he turned it on for me to watch.
Yeah. There's a neighbor, the organ abandoner. She abandoned her organ. Our neighbors put an organ out.
3 months ago.
Like
Ain't
we got.
nobody played it.
My dad was
Oh.
looking at what's over here in the yard. I'm putting a pile of metal out there. I'm just gonna give it to scrappers. I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
So that's probably what my dad was looking at earlier, was what that fridge was doing out there. And I was gonna say I need some screws. What was we talking about? Oh, the vans. These dudes. What's it called?
Swim club or something.
The swim shop.
Swim shop.
I wonder if their last name's Swim. See, I ain't figured it out.
I don't know.
I ain't figured it out.
I like it though a lot.
We're a little crooked there, but so I'll tell you what made me like it even more than just a lot.
I like that older guy. My favorite was when he told the story about Tractor Supply. I like it.
Yeah, he had a
I
sty.
like
He had a sty in his eye, which I get those, so I know exactly what he's talking about.
It's really funny.
And YouTube, the swim shop, 4x4 van. You'll get the point. I should know this before I promote somebody. But I was going through, they got a smaller YouTube page, but daggone, that don't mean they don't work hard. They build vans. They take Chevy vans and four-wheel drive them, straight axle them, lift them. The two younger guys working there, they got long hair. I can relate to them. The old guy, he's probably my age. I can relate to him. And they build sweet vans, man.
Yeah.
I haven't. So then I was looking through their info, and I was going over, and you can see who people are subscribed to. And I was scrolling through, and I seen they were subscribed to a lot of the same people that I like. And then they were subscribed to Peace and Grease. So I'm an instant fan now. Yeah, I'm going to be getting me some van parts.
We were already watching them though before we even knew. Like that's good.
That made me realize how badass they were when they liked me.
Is that the darkness that they're talking about?
Yeah, I like vans. I like vans. That's my darkness.
I'm the one that likes the vans. Now you're jumping on the train. You always made fun of me.
So if you're watching this, I enjoy your channel, and I want to meet you. So that's what I say about other channels, man.
For sure.
This is I already had it on here once, but it ain't lining up as good as it did that time. But daggone, man, like, let me tell you what I mean about this. So they're taking two-wheel drive vans. Now, there were a lot of four-wheel drive vans, and those were always built by a conversion company, Pathfinder, different coach companies. As far as I'm aware, there were no four-wheel drive Chevy vans. There were Astra vans that were four-wheel drive, but full-size vans, no. So they make kits to four-wheel drive them using Chevy parts instead of the Ford parts that the conversion companies would use. Man, they got a nice little stable of vans, and vans are popular right now, and I got to watching that, and then I like the people. I like their personalities. They got a nice little shop going on.
They're working hard.
Family atmosphere, and they seem to work hard. And then, I ain't seen it all yet, but they put on a music festival. They're in North Carolina, so go over and check them out. I don't know them. They might be horrible people, but I like.
Oh my God! No, I doubt it. Gee whiz.
I'm just kidding. I hate hoodie season because you got to build in nail apron, you know. What are they going to think in campgrounds when we come rolling in?
I think nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
When are we going to tell them about the master bathroom?
I don't know.
I got a Sears Roebuck trailer that my dad bought at an auction that we've had here forever. I used to use it for firewood, but it's real crappy.
It's real crappy. It's real crappy, guys.
Yeah, but back in the day, you would just, like, young people probably don't realize, like, Sears Roebuck, you could buy a house.
Mm-hmm. They send you all the pieces, and you have to put it together.
Yep. So this is a trailer probably had to go down to the depot, get your freight, build your trailer.
Right.
And but anyways, I pushed it around so much it's kind of in bad shape. So, me being me, when something's in bad shape, other than people, I like to fix them up. So I'm thinking, and we're 1,000 in, we got 4,000 more to make it run, roll, steer, stop, be safe. Oh, as a side project, I'm going to build a master bathroom. We're going to need a place to shower and use the bathroom at a moment's notice. And I want it to all be hooked together, on air, laid out. I put some feelers out online of how it looks and got 100% positive feedback. More than that. I've even had people reaching out. We'll get more into that someday, but I don't try to jinx myself. All this is because she showed me a video one time. I seen on there today, the guy I got the wheels from, he likes to wheel and deal. And he's has ups and downs. Today he was venting about wheeling and dealing and how hard it is. I gave him the same advice that video you showed me of that old man who hunted mushrooms, you know. That guy, he loved mushrooms. The ones you go find, not psychedelic. He probably tried them fuckers too, but he was no man. He liked the ones you go pick, like more
mycology. He liked to study mushrooms and how they work and the mycelium and the connections and everything about them. He was scientific about it.
That was probably a video from like the 70s, and he was like, "Oh, you got to put all your faith in the mushroom. Forget everything else and go seek out the mushroom and put all your faith in the mushroom." And at that point, I was at a point in time where I didn't know if I wanted to keep being an electrician because that's where I knew how to make comfortable money, even though I hated it, made me a miserable person. The debt ratio that you got to have to be an electrician, like the money that you owe people on the monthly would cripple some people's mentality, like to owe 10 or 20,000 in material of a job you don't have done. That was hard on me. So I was getting to a point after 20 years, 30 years of it that I couldn't take it no more. And she showed me that video, and here we are. I mean, that's what's going on.
He basically means whatever your vision is, whatever your heart's desire is, you have to follow it to the fullest in order
you
to
find what makes you happy and dedicate your life to that. That could be poetry, that could be photography, that could be crack whores in downtown LA.
Oh man,
it's true, ain't it?
Some people do desire that, yes.
So I told old Travis on Facebook the same advice. He said he was down. I said, find the one thing that makes you happy and dedicate your life to that. And what that happens is, there's a lot. We got 2 more to cut. There's a lot more to that than that. Because what makes you happy is not going to make your friends happy. It's not necessarily going to make your extended family happy. 19. It's good that these are the same length.
It comes with a lot of sacrifice, and it comes with getting to know who you really are as a person.
Yeah. Once you spend all your time in your barn, you start losing connection with the party crowd. I'm scrounging every last board I can find. I'm not buying any more lumber. We're down to it. So this project here is about this project is like dedicated to our life around here, is what's been going on. Hard work and sacrifice. My grandpa sacrificed everything he could to have a campground and a gun club. What the hell? 19. Now how did oh, right there. I was going to say, get my ass cracked. Screw on that fucker. Watch out. anyone can enter, and anyone can do stuff like this. You're going to have to be innovative. Because I've already seen some of the other stuff that's coming. I know Anthony Bronner's going to build. He's going to put some of the. It don't matter what he brings. He's going to put some of the greatest fab work you've ever seen into it.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's that
Hardcore
dude.
fab.
That dude, man.
He's not playing.
So I always did electric work. I spent 28 years, 29 years of wearing myself out doing electric work. I never really enjoyed it. I got real good at it, though. I mean, who wouldn't, you know? I just imagine somebody who's done that much fabricating, man. His fabrication skills, I'm just catching up. I'll be honest with you. I just met Anthony in Daytona. Anthony and Julie. We met him, hung out with him, did some cruising. Hardcore fab, hookers and blow. We cruised the strip with him and stuff. And so I'm honestly just catching up. Which it's good when you find somebody on YouTube who's been there a while. Because then they got a library of stuff, you know?
Yeah, I love watching videos that go back, for sure.
That's like these swim shops. Heck yeah, man. I'll tell you who I try not to badmouth anyone because I don't have no reason to. But I'm a YouTube fan too. I don't watch TV. We don't watch regular TV. I don't even know who's running for president, other than the two main idiots. But so I watch other people's YouTube channels. And some people grow and are so humble and they're getting a new shop and they're so humble but then there's other guys who their whole channel is just to flex how rich they got, you know.
Yeah.
I've never been rich, and I don't think I ever will. But man, if I ever, that's a lot of smoke came off that one, didn't it? That's a bitch.
It's cold.
Hot.
It's cold in here. That's why.
Well, I'm going to put this piece on, but I'm just going to put a few screws in it just so it looks done because I got massive amounts of stuff that's going to go in here. But I want to cap it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. See what it looks like fully capped. So Anthony's bringing some heat. Todd Johnson's bringing some heat. And then there's a whole group of people from the Primers Rods channel. They're going to have a cruise. We may get in on that. I don't know.
That Colorado grown kid?
Right beside you.
The Colorado grown kid and his dad are in it, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't
Never met them, but they knew us. So
yeah.
We'll meet them when we get there. That's going to be the best part. Is just
I know.
Catching up.
I can't wait. I'm just.
I like Gatlinburg, but so where we live right here, Pigeon Forge is like. I've been there so many times, like for everything. I've been there 20 times, you know. And they have a show for every vehicle made. They have Jeep Fest, F-150 Fest. They have everything. So we may go to the spring rod run.
Yeah.
Just for a few days or something. We may go to the fall rod run. You never know. I ain't saying we ain't going. But we got a show to be at. If I YouTube for a living, I'd go to all of them. Somewhere I got some red screws that are longer. They're red ones. Where are they?
I ain't seen those.
I'll just put a few screws in it anyway. Anthony's building a whole aircraft carrier. Anthony.
Yeah.
Which I watched a video the other day where Anthony built a car crusher. So there's no doubt in my mind that he can pull that off. It's like, where's the chickens at? You know?
I know. I do know.
I'll have to do something there. What I'm going to do is run it over long, because then I can cut it and fold it down somehow. I'm just going to put a couple in it. I don't want to hate on anybody, because I actually envy people that work on cars and stuff, do their dream, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Every day we grow a little bit. We're so happy. Feels good. I paid $143 for these wheels.
Man.
They're brand new in the box. Then I just about broke my fucking saw. So we may experiment with some color. Well, I don't know. I'm afraid to take away from the antiqueness. So when I'm done, I'll put a screw, lots of screws on that piece, that right there.
Looks real good.
I mean, it's under roof. I know all these front pieces may come off, but all these are on, so I can go ahead and screw them down more. I'm just using, you see what I'm using here? I'm using a hodgepodge of things left over from various projects. That's why when you look at it, you're going to be like, there's an awful lot of different colored screws. Well, I save everything. And for some reason, it's paying off. I'm about ready for old Josh Mangan to upgrade his toolboxes.
Yeah.
Every time he does, I get a nice setup.
All right.
You hear that, Josh?
Make a new investment.
Yeah. I bought this ratchet online. Broke. And there you go, lifetime warranty. Chad got it fixed for me.
Heck yeah. I like that. I used that before.
I met a guy the other day. First, I don't even know his name, so I can't get him in trouble. But he paints cars for a living. And you might have lived through some of this growing up with your dad. First time I've met him was in his barn the other day, and he said, one time I couldn't pay my car payment, and I was sitting in the bar, and I was drunk, and I was getting tired of owing money on that car. He said, so I went out there and keyed it. I keyed it all the way down the side, right where I could put trim over it.
Oh my gosh. Got him some insurance money to pay the car and paid himself to do
Put
the
the
job.
trim on it.
Yeah, I know about that kind of stuff.
I said, well, I was watching a show the other day where a guy burned his house down to get insurance money.
Yeah.
I thought, when that guy told me, I thought, Jennifer's dad probably did that.
You ain't lying. Listen, I grew up a different way, but I didn't make the same choices.
He said the insurance guy told him, well, I know you didn't do it yourself, because when people key their own car, they don't go that deep.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. Somebody probably knows. but I don't know how to get this apart.
It looked like it was coming loose when you was doing it.
I know how I end up getting things apart. So there's not, somehow you got to get that gear, that worm gear off there. But the worm gear is bigger than the hole, so I'm not sure how you get that worm.
It comes out the front somehow. Is that angled? No.
So my plan is just to cut it.
Or maybe use the screwdriver like in this and try it out that way. Try to push it forward through that hole, maybe. I don't know.
Might be junk, but we won't know. How many times you do something wrong until you move?
Just come flying right out.
Well, it's usually what happens when you get cut. Calm down. Let's see what they gave. Let's see what they gave us back in 1935. All right, we got that. 1935. That's what they gave us. And then in here, there's a little, just a contact point. I wouldn't even call that a bearing. Right. So now what we got is potential. All right. You can pull this off. And there's nothing on the end because of that. But on my big truck, I didn't know what to do. So I welded a washer to the end of that. And it'll eventually rub that shaft, but I don't know how long that'll take. Probably when we're going through Virginia, the big mountain. See that? So that's not perfect, but I'll show you what. Watch somewhere right here. What we'll end up with is that tube. We'll pick our length, and then something like this will go on there. You can order these in different sizes and stuff, and we'll fasten that to right there. Even if we just weld it, it'll be exposed. You'll be able to see it coming out of the end of that anywhere I weld it, because I'll cut the column back short. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Pretty simple, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I never had done it till I built the other truck. There's no turn signal in these, obviously. There's nothing, man. It just, oh, wait. A felt. Piece of felt right there. Or somewhere. I don't know where that felt was. But that's what we'll do. We'll reuse it. Oh, let's go on the back side. I don't know. That's weird. It just popped up out of nowhere. I don't know how you'd even get it on the back side. But anyways, we'll keep that close by. I'll go ahead and put it down on there. That way I don't lose it. And then we'll just cut that. I got to get the truck on the frame. And I got to buy the gearbox and mount it. That's where you figure that out then. You can't figure that out now. If I start cutting holes and mounting the steering column, it'll be wrong. So we have a steering column. That's that victory, right?
Well, it is a victory.
And we know what side. That's like a 1 inch. We'll order around 1 inch, something we could weld right to that. Go slow, weld it, let it cool down, weld it, let it cool down. That's about it. This is a needle in a haystack. We need a title.
Yeah.
I know there's ways to go about it, and I'm going to try to do it the most legal way, but there's a VIN tag, but there's nothing. You can't read nothing. I need a title, 35, 36 Ford with a VIN tag. And it probably needs to be an Ohio title because they make us have an out-of-state inspection, and you got to take it to them to get that done. So we'll figure that out. But we've had some viewers already come through with some stuff we thought we would never find, so it's worth asking. Do you got anything to add to the video?
I do. All right, we got a t-shirt order in with Mike Hill with Hill Job Graphics. So we'll have all sizes. Medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, 4XL. We'll have all those on the website for you guys. So get in and get your t-shirt orders in. Next month, we plan on ordering some hats and hoodies. So get in on that when we get those in. And then our show is coming in May. I know it seems like it's forever away, but we're trying to plan the best we can. So get your tickets for that. Eventbrite.com. The pass is for the whole weekend, but they are pre-sale only. So make sure you get over there and get your tickets.
So Saturday will be the big main car show, but Friday we welcome all people. Come hang out. It'll be more of a casual setting. Get to know each other. Have a fire. Hang out.
Yeah.
Bring something to drink if you want.
We just want it to be a really fun, casual, social experience for everybody to meet each other and make new friends and see what each other built. And, we just want it to be a good time for everybody. Family friendly.
We're going to have a swap meet, which is the same price as general admission. So if you want to put stuff in our swap meet area, you can come on Thursday or early Friday morning and get set up for that. And we're welcoming motorcycles, trucks, hot rods. We're going to have trophies, giveaways, food, entertainment. Maybe.
And the list goes on.
Yep. The closer we get to it, the more will be happening. We hope everybody comes out and has a good time. We'll have all of our stuff on display. We have other friends coming. We're going to make friends between now and then. If you're watching this, you're welcome to come. Just jump on there and get you some tickets. That way we know who's coming. If you buy a ticket, you're entered into the giveaways that will be live on Saturday.
We're going to have door prizes. So if you buy a ticket, you're entered for the door prize.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
Nope,
just buying your ticket, you'll be entered in gifts and tools and prizes. Trust us. It's going to be a good time. We'll have that on preview more closer to the show. I know it's winter time. Everybody kind of gets gloomy. But honestly, we live in a world these days where things never really stop.
It's true. It'll be here before you know it. I mean, that's a blink of an eye, believe it or not. So
we're looking for some musical guests. If you guys know anybody around here that would like to come out and play music that is appealing to all. But anyways, that's about it. We're going to have a lot of videos coming because we got a lot of work coming. We're just trying to get it out there, get it done. Got parts coming for the C20.
You're going to see a lot of this because we're documenting everything we do for this build for the Rat Rod build off. So you're going to see every part of what we do to this will be filmed. Yep. So if you get sick of it, sorry, but we're excited and it's cool. And
I'm trying to get as much work done as I can because it's cold.
Yeah.
And then that way I get a lot of it behind me so I'm not working on it all summer.
That's right. We want to be driving it.
Yeah, we got a lot of other stuff to do. We should have a good time this year. Can't wait to see y'all. Thanks for watching. The support's overwhelming. And then when you run into somebody that you've never met who knows you through the common hobby, it's a great feeling.
It's really cool.
And we want more of that.
Yeah, so we appreciate you guys, and make sure you're subscribing and sharing on your Facebook and getting the word out there for us. It all helps, so we appreciate it. And
I love Casey's Customs. It's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. Casey, you do great work.
Yep, for sure. Have a good one, guys.
Bye,
We'll see you on the
Travis.
next one.